para hablar de la vida, para hablar de la alegría, para hablar del sentido de la vida y del sufrimiento humano también. Estamos con, ¿cómo llamarlo? Un revolucionario, un nuevo revolucionario. Ya no es el arquetipo del revolucionario que tomó las armas o que estuvo en las calles armando barricadas para cambiar el mundo. Es alguien que a través del humor, a través del juego y del amor ha hecho una vida muy consecuente. Está conmigo Patch Adams, a quien le doy la bienvenida aquí a Chile y a la belleza de pensar. Patch, mi primera pregunta es, León Tolstoy dice que la vida no es un valle de lágrimas, pero tampoco un lugar de diversión. ¿Qué piensa usted de esa afirmación de Tolstoy?
I think behind it that he might be saying that life is a choice of interpretation. He's saying that some have interpreted it as a valley of tears and some as an entertainment. I think he proceeded to show where his choices were, for the peasant, for life as a celebration of thought and a celebration of action.
Usted ha sido conocido por una película, pero ahora llega el momento de sacar la cara de Robin Williams y que aparezca Patch Adams de verdad. ¿Cuál es la diferencia o las diferencias entre Patch Adams de verdad y el Patch Adams interpretado en la película hecha por Hollywood?
Well, Robin is short. The period of time taken in the movie was when I was in medical school, 1967 to 1971. The United States was in the throes of revolution, a revolution against the Vietnam War and a revolution against racism in the civil rights movement. I was rabid in both of them. And the movie makes me look like the funny doctor. Humor, love, outside of a context of social change are entertainments.
Mm-hmm.
So the movie made me an entertainment when I want to use love and humor, that people will stand up for love and humor and put on the shelf the love of money and power over. I think it symbolically can be shown in the different lives that Robin and I live. And I'd like to preface this to say Robin is a beautiful man. I lived in his home.
Mm-hmm.
I always saw him kind and gracious. I never saw him act like he was rich and famous. However, he made $21 million
Yeah.
for 4 months of pretending to be me
Yeah.
in a very simplistic version, and did not give $10 to my free hospital. Patch Adams, the person, would have, if I had Robin's money, given all $21 million to a free hospital in a country where 80 million people cannot get care.
Quisiera que me contara, para mucha gente que no conoce la historia, ¿cuál fue esa utopía, ese sueño de ese hospital que usted inventó?
It's wonderful to be on a show that says thinking is beautiful, because I come from a country that isn't sure what the word thinking means. When I entered medical school, I entered it with the idea to use medicine as a vehicle for social change. I already knew that our society was collapsing under a love of money and power, not only in what it does to its own people, but to people in every country of the world. So my idea, because I was a good student, I knew I would have a lot of free time. I studied the history of healthcare delivery, not only currently, but throughout history and all over the world. And the idea was to create a medical model that would address every single problem of the way care is delivered. I would suggest this is out of the healthy history of science. Here is something a society needs, health care, and it is our job to give this health care to address the needs of the people. And so every single thing that my studies gave to me then created a model where we didn't charge money, where we had nothing to do with medical insurance, where we had nothing to do with malpractice insurance. These are heretical ideas for the United States, where we were the only hospital to mix all of the healing arts, where initial interviews with patients, instead of being very quick, completely meaningless explorations of this patient, we made 3 to 4 hour initial interviews to deal with the issue of burnout. And to make the context of medicine fun, we made the first silly hospital in history. And most important for the patient, we realized in doing these long interviews what people from Tolstoy's time to the present have been writing about all over the world, and that is our adult humanity is most unhealthy by their giving up a love of life, a vitality, and a sense of privilege and gratitude for being alive, whatever their social position. So I found rich patient and poor patient, educated and uneducated patient, but whatever their x-ray or their laboratory showed, I saw 95% of our adult population having no idea what the love of life is about. So what did it matter if I cut out a tumor or corrected a blood pressure if their life still sucked? I thought I did nothing. 10 more years of a miserable life, am I to be applauded or cursed? And so from our very beginning, we wanted to mix medicine with real life by making our hospital a communal hospital. In a way, their disease was a trick to get them in a setting that we call a hospital that is in truth a university for human culture. So we mixed medicine with performing arts and crafts, agriculture, nature, education, recreation, social service. We used their disease of their kidneys to introduce them to friendship, to having a real meaning in their faith, to have a real experience with wonder and curiosity and passion and hope, not as words in a dictionary that one strives for, but as a natural experience when one wakes up.